What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another short little video. Today I'm going to show you how to mount your Edge CTS 2 or CTS 3 into your GMT 900 with the DENALI or the luxury interior, whatever you want to call it. It's the DENALI interior on the GMCs. I think the Silverado LTZs, they call it the luxury interior. So if you have a Sierra or a Silverado and you've got the interior with this dash setup, this is the luxury interior that I'm talking about. And if you're like me, you have not wanted to mount your Edge CTS monitor to your windshield using the provided suction mount. I just hate suction mounts. Number one, I've got tint up there. I don't want to mess with the tint. Number two, I just don't like suction cups on the windshield. So I chose an alternate location. I had it mounted down here for a little while using the magnet. It did not work out very well. So I've just been waiting for somebody to come up with a solution, and thankfully they have. Now with your Edge monitor, ideally you want it up to where you could see it. It's mounted somewhere where it's actually easily accessible, easily visible. You can see all of your gauges, and I'm going to show you what we're going to use today to mount it over here utilizing this little defrost vent. It's actually pretty cool. Now I got this little part right here from a place called Schuyler Performance, and they've made this using a 3D printer. And from my understanding, it looks like you pop out the little vent and this goes in place of it, but it still allows you access to the vent. Now the only thing that I could see being potentially an issue is, since this is a defrost vent, it could make your Edge hot if you're using your defrost, so you might want to be careful of that. But I wanted to get something and find something to use before I recommended it to you guys. I wanted to find something that I recommend, because if I don't like to use it, I don't like to recommend it to my viewers here on the channels. But I think this is going to be something pretty cool, and it's going to be really clean and easy to use to mount the Edge. We are actually going to borrow some pieces from the suction cup mount that they give you for the Edge monitor. So we're going to use this little piece right here, as well as this little retainer clip, and mount it up to this new piece. So super simple. What we're going to do here is we're just going to completely unscrew this. We're going to pop this off. Make sure you take your retaining clip, and all this is going to do is go onto the new one, just like so. Don't forget your retaining clip. Then you got your little mount, and there you are. It's ready for your Edge. Now with the Edge, all you have to do is match up the little rectangles to the slots right here, and it just mounts just like that. So we're going to end up having it sit like this on the dash. But let's go ahead and get this piece into the dash first. All right, now all we have to do somehow is pop this plastic piece out. And if you guys are like me and you've got this dash cover, it might be a little bit more difficult, but it should just kind of pop out. It should have two clips, one on each side, so we might have to do a little bit of finagling and get this in here and just kind of, kind of wrestle it out. All right, so when you do this, I highly recommend you use plastic tools, because this is very easy to damage and you probably don't want to break it. But what I did was got up underneath the front side of it with one tool and plopped this other side off, and the whole thing came out. So now we're going to be able to replace it with this guy here and get our Edge mounted up to this new mount. So we've got a little slot for our vent here. I'm gonna go ahead, I think we need to put this side in first. And this dash cover makes it just a little bit more difficult and challenging to get things in and out of here, because it doesn't exactly fit the hole.
That's what she said.
But once you're gonna get it pressed in here, should be able to pop it in just like so. And then there's your new vent mount. So now we can take our Edge, mount it up to little square mounts there, and there we go. All you gotta do is tighten down the little retainer, and we've got our Edge mounted up to the dash of our truck. That way when we're sitting here and we're driving, we've got a nice full view of the monitor. Now it does sit pretty close to the dash there. Again, this is the cover, so it's going to be a little bit thicker. If you don't have this cover and you're lucky and you don't have a broken dash, probably fits just a little bit better than that. Probably have a little bit more space on the corner here, but overall this is a whole lot better of a setup versus having it on the windshield or having to try to figure out how to mount it somewhere else. And you're going to be able to see all of your gauges. So all we have to do is run our cable up here, get it tucked away, plugged into the Edge, and we'll be good to roll. All right, so we've got the cable plugged in, super easy, just run it behind here. It tucks right behind the fuse box cover, pretty much right into the dash, run it under the dash. You're gonna wanna tuck your wires you know, zip tie them, whatever you want to do with them. Get those hidden and out of the way. That way they're not all over the ground, all over the floor. And now we've got a pretty perfect edge monitor setup. Definitely the best option for this interior so far. All right, guys, there we have it. A brand new way, and the best way that's out there right now to mount the edge on the luxury interior. I'm glad somebody finally came up with it, because I kept searching, I kept finding options for the other interiors, but nothing for this one. So it's good to have a different option rather than trying to find somewhere to stick the suction cup. And you know this one's not gonna fall off the windshield and just be a complete pain. So hopefully that helped you guys out. If you guys are looking for somewhere to mount your edge, some way to mount the edge to the trucks, and you've got this interior, I will have the link to the product down below in the description. I think it's like 20-25 bucks, so it's not super horrible, and it's super easy to do. It's these small upgrades to these trucks that really make a whole world of difference. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, please smash a like on it for me. Likes are always appreciated, helps the channel out greatly. I appreciate each and every one of you who are subscribed. And if you're new to the channel, please go down, hit that red subscribe button for me. Don't forget to turn on the bell notification for future uploads, and we will see you all in the next one. Take care.